I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. Let me get started with an earthquake of a shock to the Democrats, to the liberals, to the progressives, that black people are now rejecting an alleged so-called black woman candidate for the presidency of the United States of America who has over $1 billion in her campaign war chest, yet she cannot apparently rise to the level where they can be assured come the 5th of November that she will win the election. And the one reason why they have such shock and terror at this moment is because black people are rejecting this alleged so-called first black woman candidate or first black woman potentially president in Kamala Harris. They don't know what to do with themselves, that black people are now falling over themselves, getting in line just because somebody says they're black. And I can tell you why black people and black men in particular are rejecting Kamala is because they fell over heels, gave their souls to Obama, took their souls out of the treasury of heaven, took their spirit out of the power of the word of God and gave it all to Obama that he would solve the problems. With Obama, black folks said we didn't need that to pay our electric bill, or we didn't need Jesus or the church anymore. Obama, the charismatic, if you will, surfer out of Honolulu, Hawaii, is going to solve all our problems. And 17 years later, they realized that nothing could be further from the truth. The biggest disappointment in black people since they've been slaves in America was Barack Hussein Obama. And the biggest pimp that ever pimped black people was not Iceberg Slim or Al Sharpton, but Barack Hussein Obama. And so now they're not jumping across the hoop. Only the elitists, homosexual and pro-homosexuals are blacks that are voting for Kamala, and she's in deep trouble. I'd like to think that I had something to do with it. I'd like to think that as a result of the fact that I was able to bring the truth about Obama 17 years ago, that finally, black people are waking up and they're just not going for the okie doke anymore. And Kamala is in big trouble against 78-year-old Donald John Tribulation Trump. Now, I'll talk about that also as well. But they don't know what to do with themselves. They got $1 billion and they can't buy black people anymore. Kamala got $1 billion and don't know what to do with it. She's trying to spend it everywhere, but it ain't bringing her black people, and it certainly ain't bringing her black men. And this is very simple. The reason being, Kamala, listen, girl. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Kamala. Hey, baby girl. It ain't you. It's Obama. It's Obama and black people, and it's also the Reverend, it's Pastor James Manning. You know, Kamala, listen, girl, I understand you're going to talk to Charlemagne, the blasphemer, today or tomorrow. You're going to talk to him thinking that by talking to this gay person that you're going to get black men. See, that's the problem with y'all. You got all these gay men that white people, and I don't say that pejorative as if I'm a racist, but it's true, that all these white people have picked as their special Negroes, but they're all gay like Charlemagne the blasphemer, and they don't let strong men like me who are alleged to be black, now I'm a Hamite. You're going to talk to him, listen, girl, hey, Kamala, you might as well stay home and watch, the soap operas on television today, because talking to Charlemagne ain't gonna get nobody more to vote. What you got is all you got. Charlemagne can't bring you nobody. Charlemagne can't bring you no man. Look at him. Charlemagne put a blonde wig on him and he's good to go. He can't bring you no black man. That man can't bring you no stomp down man. That's a black man. He ain't coming. He ain't gonna bring you Sweet Willie. No. And that's your problem. You're hanging around here. The other day you were on this program called Call Her Daddy, where you get a whole lot of lesbos up and down Mud Creek coming out like tadpoles, these lesbo women. They'll listen to you, but you ain't gonna get no show enough, you ain't gonna get no sapphire black women. Sapphire was the woman, the feisty, powerful woman that was married to Kingfish of Amos and Andy. Oh, Sapphire was married to Kingfish of Amos and Andy, and she was something. So I use the term sapphire. I could have used George Jefferson's wife, Wheezy. Y'all remember George used to call Louise, his wife, her name was Louise, he called her Wheezy. You ain't gonna get Sapphire. Sapphire ain't listen to no call her daddy. And the very fact that you own it, integrating yourself with that ideology, Sapphire, listen, black women that showed up stomped down, if you will, black woman who got the thrill. I mean, she got that thrill. Black women got that good loving. I ain't gonna be giving that stuff up to no woman. Listen, black women with good loving ain't gonna be crawling in bed with another woman. They ain't gonna do it. And they ain't gonna be listening to nobody gonna call me daddy. Woo! Listen, black women don't want to be calling another woman daddy. You lost your damn mind, Kamala. They ain't gonna, listen, black women just gonna call somebody daddy, it's gonna be sweet daddy. Yes, Lord. Black women ain't gonna be calling another woman daddy. White people, they do that. Now, I don't say that pejorative, but you know how sometimes they say white people think you're racist. These white women like to call another white woman daddy. Like this woman, she got 10 million people that listen to her, call her daddy. Let me tell you something. Sapphire ain't gonna be calling no black woman or white woman daddy. No sucker. Let me tell you something. You fool around here and try to get the show enough Sapphire in the bed with another black woman, you something to get shot. No, and so that's why. So black people are not voting for Kamala, and I like to think I've had something to do with it. I have. And maybe at some point in time, someone will recognize retrogressively and said, history was altered by one Pastor James David Manning in New York City, who was instrumental in bringing the truth about Obama. And finally, people are now, paying attention to what the man said. Listen, I put out on our announcement board the other day, this is my New York Times. It's our announcement board. People walk by all day on Lenox Avenue. And they read it says black men are rejecting Kamala because Democrat Party is full of homosexuals, including Al Sharpton, who is indeed Al Sharpton. What my engineer said something about Al Sharpton the other day while he was putting that sign up out there. But yeah, and I've also stated in a tweet I wrote that black people are slowly acknowledging Obama was a phony and who pimped them and did nothing to help. And black men are sick of the liberal media using only homosexual men to give the black man's point of view. This is sickening. This is really stupid of the media. I mean, this is stupid. It's stupid. They're using all these homosexual, sweet men with sugar in their tanks, sitting on television, sitting on the news, sitting on the talk shows, getting all the Emmys, and the Grammys and the awards, and all of them got sugar in their tank, all these men, and to talk to a show enough stomped down black man like myself, and that whole lot of men that are men. That men they like women. I guess that's a surprise to a whole lot of these LGBTQ and these white people and white men and women too. No, they're black men. They don't like men. No, man, they're black. They like women. No, they like sapphire. Woo! You can't get homeboy. He ain't gonna get in the bed with another man. Lord, have mercy. Homeboy ain't gonna get in bed with another man. No. Now you got to watch him because he'll get in bed with a woman. I don't care if she's blind, crippled, or crazy. Long as she's a woman from 18 to 80, he'll get in bed with her. But he ain't getting in bed with no man, not homeboy. No, sir. Oh, Lord have mercy. And y'all got the liberal media that, well, they're anti-black and we anti-homosexual. We just won't let them have any, we won't let them get on the media. We won't let them get on the air. No, you got all these men with these black men with sugar in the tank talking to the black man who ain't gonna listen. The black man who ain't gonna get in bed with a black man ain't gonna listen to a black man tell him on television, on NBC, on CNN, and MSNBC, and Fox News for that matter, because the black men there are homos too. And then like Charlemagne, the blasphemer. Listen, if he ain't gonna, and let me tell you something, maybe I haven't figured this one out. The black man that ain't gonna crawl in bed with another black man with a size 12 foot, he ain't getting in bed with him. And not only that, but he ain't taking no advice from that SOB on CNN. I don't care how many awards you give him. You can do what you did with Obama. Give him the Nobel Prize for Peace just for winning the office of presidency. The black man, the show enough bro, he ain't gonna listen to that knucklehead of that sad sugar in the tank black man sitting up on CNN or MSNBC talking about he works for Columbia University or Van Jones. Hey, the black man he knows he got sugar in the tank. He ain't gonna get into bed with him and he ain't gonna listen to his advice. Hell, ain't y'all got no sense? Ain't y'all got no sense? Hell, if the black man ain't gonna get in bed with another black man and play with him, he ain't gonna listen to that black man give him no advice about who to vote for or who to do this and that and that. Hell, he ain't gonna have it. So now, what y'all gonna do? You gonna lose the election? She may win, but it won't be because of the black folk. At any rate, I thought I had one more thing I had to read. Did I read the other segment of that? I want to make sure I read all my tweet. That black men who are too through with black churches also approving same-sex marriages. Finally, ATLAH's prophetic truth. I like to think I've had something to do with this election. I would like to think win, lose, or draw, whether Kamala loses or wins or loses, I would like, now they're not going to give me the credit because that's going to give me, that will give me power. Where you see Xi Jinping coming over to talk to me and ask me, what's my mojo?